Hey everybody, it's Andy. So I'm 42 and I found myself becoming just a little bit more reflective on my life in the past couple of years. And is this like the midlife crisis people are talking about, or the midlife reflection, or whatever it is? Now I don't have plans to buy a motorcycle or a sports car or a toupee for my ever-thinning hair. Although truth be told, I am test piloting a Hair Max laser comb for a year just to see what happens. And I'm halfway through a classroom career in teaching, raising kids from 4 to 14, please pray for me, and reflecting on my purpose in life and how I want to make my mark. I'm not sure why, but I think the reality is that I may very well have lived half of my life, and sometimes it kind of feels like I'm at the top of this hill, ready to begin the descent down the other side. And just looking back at the 10 years, I know how fast they blew by. I feel like I can expect the next 20 to disappear faster than a Twinkie at a Weight Watcher meeting. I've been asking myself some questions like, how well did I use my 20s and my 30s? How much time have I wasted? Do I have any regrets? What were some of the smart choices that I have made? What's going to be the most important thing to me in the next 10 years? Is it too late for me to switch a career? Is there a responsible way to do that with a family? Should I take up mountain biking? Should I start welding, woodworking, comic book reading? I think the bigger questions are that people are asking are we ever too old to make a change? Does it ever seem pointless to stop trying new things, sticking with what works and leave good enough alone and just enjoy life? I wanted to find some figures of inspiration who made significant changes in their life after their midpoint, and I found a couple of good ones. First off, we have Stan Lee. He didn't create his first comic until he was 39. And then Julia Child. She worked in advertising for most of her life, and it wasn't until the age of 50 she released her first cookbook. Oh, and then there's Momofuku Ando's. His success came just before the age of 50 when he invented instant ramen noodles in 1958. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Momofuku. And if you're a James Bond fan, then there's Judi Dench. M.
Bond, this may be too much for a blunt instrument to understand, but arrogance and self-awareness seldom go hand in hand.
Though she worked theater and TV and didn't become a household name until she was in her 60s, there is no other actress over 60 who has collected more Oscar nominations than her. Then there's this guy. No, I know what you're thinking. He's not related to Jack Black. At least I don't think so. James Parkinson. At the age of 62, James Parkinson identified Parkinson's disease. His 1817 essay on shaking palsy led to the conception of Parkinson's today. His descriptions were so in-depth that he inspired other pathologists to study the disease too. But what if you're over 70? Well, you're just out of luck. I'm just kidding, check this out. Anna Mary Robertson Moses, better known as Grandma Moses, didn't start painting until the age of 76. She decided to give painting a go when she could no longer hold an embroidery needle due to her arthritis. Her works were spotted by an art collector who bought all of her paintings and displayed them at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. And by the time of her death, her paintings hung in museums all over the world. So, yeah. I don't think it is ever too late to switch jobs, to take up painting or welding, or starting that business venture you've been contemplating. So if you just have the smallest inclination of trying something new, go for it. You never know what could happen. I'm pretty driven. I mean, most of the time. I always want to be heading in the right direction. And that might just be when life starts getting interesting for us. It is never too late to teach an old dog new tricks. And that wraps things up. If this video has provided you with some value, please click the like button below and consider subscribing to this channel. I put out a video every week and it's always a good time. And again, thanks for watching.